Can someone figure it out? Are we live?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I just sent a text message and I said, "Are you having to do it, or you mean they are?" And then the response to me was little. No, the word little. Not a little response. I mean, the response is the word little.
I know. I got you.
Okay, I'm just, your brother was confused. Hi, Siren Squad. Oh boy, we're going to start off this stream with a bang. We'll talk about how I'm midlife crisis Barbie in a hot second. But first, since we're doing parenting bitching right now, and Twitch told me I'm going to be moderated because it doesn't align with their guidelines. Apparently, I can't write bitch in my title, but I am bitching. Okay, I am bitching. All right, so I'm bitching because parenting is fun. But I am going to let my oldest take the reins for a minute and tell the story that he just told me because I would like the video proof. Go ahead, since you're stepping in. And for those of you that don't know, chat, my middle son is autistic and he is an adult now. And quite honestly, me raising him his whole life, like it's time, like the only way he's truly gonna be out of his comfort zone, we've decided, is when IG moves out. IG's taking him with. Thank God that IG is willing, because this is not, I mean, as a parent, this is not it's not IG's responsibility, but on the real, we do things as a family. And so we are doing them together because this is what's best, and whatnot. So ever since, what we did first is made sure that we put them in a room together. And ever since then, P has been doing so much better in many areas where he was struggling since we all went through our trauma. Okay, so it's very obvious. Can you shut the door? It's very obvious that it's good for him. So, this is just the best move for everybody. But now some of the joys and frustrations of parenthood do fall onto my oldest's shoulders as responsibility, because even though P is an adult, he has a very, I don't want to use the word immature, but I guess, let me put it this way. To put it in perspective, developmentally, he's always been more on his 3-year younger brother's level. Like, they almost grew like twins together, developmentally speaking, okay? So anyways, go ahead. IG, first we need to clarify that when LP was 2, he just wanted attention so badly, and P not being able to fully express himself verbally or not have all the words. He wasn't ever supposed to talk, but I took speech therapy courses and occupational therapy courses and applied behavioral analysis courses in order to learn how to do therapy at home. And so, but he was never supposed to speak. They classified him as completely nonverbal, but within 4 years, we had him to the point where he was able to speak full sentences. However, many times we had to start off by teaching him phrases. So when Logan was little and would do normal things that toddlers do, it would sometimes annoy P to the point where I had to worry about him possibly getting I know people tell me all the time that kids that are siblings fight. Mine just never have. But it was about to be one. Only thing is that P would have started one fight and finished one fight, and I would be 2 child. That's all I'd have left, because he didn't know his own strength, and he could be no, it's just the way it is, though. I mean, I was legitimately worried he was going to throw him through a wall. Okay, so we needed to teach Logan how to respect the space and boundaries. And we had to teach P how to say something to indicate, before he just explode in rage of annoyance, how to say something in order to indicate it. So we taught him, please leave me alone. And that was, instead of just, punching Logan, throwing Logan, pushing Logan, the things that he did to Logan. I told him he needed to say, please leave me alone. Okay. So he's been doing this since that would have been Logan was 2. Which makes P 5 at the time. So now P is about to be 19. All right. And so this has been a thing that has been going on for 14 years in P's life. This is just a thing he says, right? So go ahead. Tell me about your interactions just a minute ago there, IG.
So I was, we just gone home from the store and whatnot, right? And I sat down, I was trying to get the TV all turned on and blah, 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 blah. and he asked me like, "What do you need the TV on for?" And I was just all like, I just need the TV. And I'm drinking a margarita, and he's like, "What are you drinking?" And I'm like, I'm just tired and impatient. So I'm like, "Can you just please leave me alone?" He turns around, walks back a couple steps, and under his breath says, "Wow, how rude." I just can't anymore, bro. I just can't.
By the way,
That's
Chad,
unbelievable.
it's the same thing he still says. And we know it comes off as rude. We do understand that. I didn't think he did, though. It's just, this is why.
He's interacted with so many people by this point who have said that it's rude, and he has acted in not only shock, but then said, no, it's not. So many times. This is just hypocritical behavior. Like, you can't get more hypocritical than that. Like, you just can't. And if you try to say otherwise, I will call cap.
Raising kids is fun. So, okay. So, chat. So, like, I have 3 children, and then I've taken in my nephew. All right. My nephew, my oldest, and my middle one are all of adult age, 18 or older. Okay. My youngest is fixing to be 16. Okay. These are not little children that still need to learn things. Although I will say this in Logan's defense that yes, he is about to be 16, but he kind of skipped over. He didn't get a chance because trauma hit us just after he was 13. We've been going through it for a couple years. So, but when it hit, I'm not sure that he got the full, people talk about terrible 2s. I always thought 3s were even worse, but there is nothing compared to a freaking teenager, chat. I'm just telling you right now, nothing measures up to the literal war that comes to your front door when the switch flips or whatever you want to say, and your child becomes a freaking teenager. Because now they already know more than you. All right? They're really big for their britches.
No.
Okay? And they are going to stand their ground because, especially, I can't imagine having...
Right.
Yeah,
They're
I can't...
always right.
Yes. IG will go on and on about how much he is sorry, and he should be, for the way he acted when he was 13 years old. It
wasn't like intentional. I'm so sorry for it, but damn.
That's a good point. I know it wasn't intentional. Hormones are a bitch. I'm dealing with some of those in my own right now. So I'm just, midlife crisis, Barbie.
Womp womp. Sorry,
yes.
Did you just say womp womp?
So anyways, my day starts today with having, and this is the thing that just drives me crazy, okay? Because, so here's the deal. I'm just going to give it to you flat, chat, because, so my ex-husband typically lies whenever, I don't know why. I don't know when or why. I don't know. It's been something, and for the last 7 to 10 years, he had basically stopped because a lot of times I used to think he just used to lie because he didn't really understand why I reacted the way I did. Like, he didn't have understandings. Now, he's on the spectrum too, just so everybody's clear. But here's the deal, okay? So the lies that he tells, they say that people on the spectrum cannot lie. No. They can. They just aren't good at it. So so here's how it works. Like, we have our finances separated, okay? And my ex gets paid a little bit earlier than I do because it takes longer for my bank to get the funds. So sometimes I'll be like, hey, can I just, use, when you get paid, can I run and go get something if I need it, and just until my money hits the bank and whatever. And so anyhow, we had to take care of some financial stuff. And then the beauty is, okay, the real beautiful thing here is that how my ex and I are actually still working together on finances and helping actually one another in a lot of ways. That's really cool because I know that if we were going to split up, that's how I envisioned it going. But it seemed like it was highly unlikely that would be something given, such high emotional, stakes and whatever. I mean, we've been married 24 years. So here's the deal though. So the other day we had to take care of something financially and I had forgotten in my budget to get dog food. So when I asked him if I could get some dog food, well, we had made a choice together to rectify a financial situation, But then it was like whatever was going to be left it's all his. And I mean, that's fine with me. I mean, if that's the way it's got to be. But going through the course of trying to create lies and tell me you don't know something that is literally text to your phone every second, that something changes because his bank account literally gives him text messages on everything. So to know that, okay? I mean, here's the deal. Like my budget for a family of 5 is $100 practically less than his budget for himself, okay? So he tells me that he tells me that there's only X amount of dollars left. And I'm calling cap on this because I know how his brain works and I've been with him for so long. And I'm like, that's not mathing. Because there's no way that he
That's not mathing.
Like there's no way that he took care of this in this increment. You know, like the increments aren't matching up. So I always believe that if I have to check up on, and this is why I'm not married, because I believe if I had to keep checking up on him, that's not trust. And if I can't trust him, I shouldn't be married. Okay. And because of the trauma, he made questionable choices, as did I. Both of us broke trust, but I'm just not sure I can put in the work or time that, or if I'm willing to let that shit be earned back. You know, I keep saying, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But moments like this are moments where I'm like, def not. Okay. So anyways, though, I decided to just keep my mouth shut about it. Not going to say anything, even though I know I'm being blatantly lied to. Okay. It's fine because I don't know what the purpose is. Still trying to figure out why he needs so much more money than we do to feed children and whatever, you know, and whatever, and why the budgets are working the way they are. Anyhow, so he tells me that, hey, I'm streaming and you're being distracting and I don't want it. So anyways.
Cha-cha, real smooth.
This doesn't ever stop. You know, I just want to throw out there that for the record, you guys, I've been a stay-at-home single married mom for my children's duration. They saw their father 52 days out of the year during the entirety of my marriage, okay? Like, that's about it, right, IG? I don't think it was much more than that.
Yeah, I'd say...
There's 52 weeks in a year, and you didn't even get to see him every week. So I think that's fair, right? So he's been involved in the child rearing side, the management of the household, all of it. It was all on me. All he did was go make money. Okay, that's all he did. And then occasionally accused me of spending too much when he had no idea. So then I'd sit down and try to show him our finances. And because he couldn't process them, because his brain lacks that capacity, and I'm not trying to be derogatory, it is just, you know, everybody's got strengths and weaknesses. It's not one of his strengths. He would turn around and be like, well, we should have more money. Well, we're raising literally like 2 special needs children and a baby. I mean, yeah, sure. I'd love to. Well, I'm not working. I mean, I just can't with this shit anymore. Like, I am so fucking, like, I used to cry and wonder why, and I used to fight. I'm not fighting anymore. I'm not fighting anybody anymore. I'm gonna shut the fuck up and walk the fuck away. Like, unfucking believable. But then, because he does these things that now are triggering to me, IG and I have guessed that we can figure out and deduce why it happened. Why is not important right this minute. But certain behaviors, primarily ones that also narcissists emulate that I have learned and been moving through, I now am spotting them. And I realize that they're different, that behaviors are the same. So it's like I'm getting gaslit without a knowledge of actual, like the potential, like of being gaslit. Like he doesn't realize he's gaslighting me because it's just that his father was like that and that's the behavior he learned. So now he does it, but he doesn't realize it's that thing he's doing. And it's no excuse though, because the behavior affects me very poorly. So it's like, I don't care why anymore. I don't care why anybody does anything. If it's bad for me, it's bad for me. So,
fair.
But also, we're just real raw and uncensored over here. So I'm going to be real raw and uncensored. The truth is, I also happen to know that I'm dealing with premenopause, so I might get a little bit more hormonal and extra bitchy around, you know, certain times, okay? So I already am starting to pick up on this and realize that I get more emotional. It's usually when I end up making really bad choices and interacting with bad people that I have been interacting with. But now that I become more aware of it, I've had more control and emotional regulation, and I'm policing myself, if you will. But it does not stop the fact that I can go from 0 to bitch in less than 2.5 seconds under the right circumstance. and lose my not emotional regulation. That is very much in check. What I lose is my emotional control. So even though I have my emotions in check, I kind of go off. So my day started off with me waking up, having like a lot of stresses and things that needed to be taken care of. Typical stuff. The kids have a chore set. They're even adults. I mean, you live here and you're in the kitchen. I have 4 boys. They eat way more than I could ever want to, okay? That kitchen is split up between LP and BK, okay? Every other week, one has the responsibilities of the kitchen, and I had to do it that way. It used to be every other night, but we had to switch it to every other week because if I don't go out and check what's being done every day and I don't correct somebody, at least this gives me a couple days. So somebody's cleaning the kitchen for 3 days. I go out to get a glass of water because I'm very rarely in the kitchen, and I see the condition of the kitchen. I know who I'm now going to redirect and reteach, or in this morning's case, re-scream.
Scream. That's crazy. That's a crazy way of putting that one out there. I'm not gonna lie. Re-scream, huh?
Look, bro, I got up knowing I only had one source of caffeine and I had to give it to you because you're trying to do things in life. And my things that needed to be done in life did not require as much mental whatever as you do. And so the day didn't start off great. Okay, I didn't have any of my morning vices to wake up with.
That's true. That's fair.
Okay, all right. So I go out into the kitchen and I am still to this moment kind of unsure what made. Oh yeah, I was hungry because I was gonna go and I was gonna get. And when I say this morning, I mean also we're talking about like by the time I went out there it was like 11 a.m. I think. But I go out there and something smells atrocious. So my senses have been attacked by this pungent odor.
My senses are tingling.
At which point, I very clearly can tell the smell is cat shit. BK has a cat. Well, BK takes care of our old cat that isn't a cat. So, I mean, but the deal is the cats are kind of BK's thing. So, although I think we've already decided Artie's staying here when you guys go, right? Because...
are we?
I mean, I think it'd be better when you're moving into a nice new house. She's too old. I mean, if she starts making messes, then Snoop's gonna go around and make messes, and cat smells are the worst. Okay?
I mean,
but here's
I won't argue with you there.
But here's the deal. Obviously, whatever cat had decided to defecate in my kitchen on the floor was because their litter box was not. We have to get a bigger one though. I think Snoop's outgrown the litter box, to be real with you. Is probably part of the problem. So Snoop, you need a new litter box. So I don't want to put it all on like just PK being not taking care of them. He's actually a great cat owner and he loves them and he makes sure they're taken care of. So I don't want to go that way. But here's the deal. The cat had pooped and he had picked it up and put it right in the kitchen garbage. Okay. And then didn't clean it up fully because the floor is dark. So I'm guessing he didn't see it. He didn't turn on the light. He saw enough of it where he tried to pick it up, but he had actually smeared it onto the floor. At which, yes, first my nose gets hit, then my foot lands in it. And it was Jover, bro. It was Jover. At that point, I became the parent that if anybody's raised children, any parents in chat are going to know right now that we can all lose our shit from time to time. Nobody's perfect. Now, you know, like I'm just saying, but I will say, I think other than the router night that you pissed me off, IG, when I was still in trauma mode, which I don't like to count because I probably could have handled all of that better. And that was a temper tantrum a 2-year-old would throw. This was more like you guys are fucked for not doing your chores. So I step in the cat crap. I smell it. I am pissed off. I turn around and I see things on the counter that I know were left out from last night when we were all playing poker. So now I know whoever had the kitchen last night also didn't do all of their chores because there's food on the counter. So it just went womp, 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 wompity womp, womp from there. And I mean, in all fairness, I kind of lost my shit. Or stepped in it, however you want to look at it.
I went a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puff.
Yes. So the thing is that because there's so many things that I've learned to accept, but here's the deal. I fought have given my whole life to my family. I fought like hell through this trauma. I finally made this happen. This apartment is the first thing that I've had that is like, this is my space, okay? This isn't me living in my kid's house with them. This isn't my husband's house, okay? This is my apartment. And I may have accepted that my husband and my children don't like cleanliness, okay? And I'm not trying to say I'm a clean freak, and I don't judge other people for the cleanliness of their house. Like, I have been in hoarders' houses, and I mean, I'm not batting an eye. Like, that, to each their own. But in my space, okay? Like, I can deal with untidy. I can't deal with filth, and stepping in cat shit is filth. Okay? Like, I just couldn't. So... But the point is,
I just can't.
The point is that I completely fucking like just was like, my point in it is, here's the deal, guys. Like, I go day in and day out. I have been working my ass off to, and we're talking about a household of 4 children, who 3 of them are legally adults, and I should not be having to manage things at this level. I should not still have to tell even an almost 16-year-old and a fucking 20-year-old that they're not doing a good enough job cleaning. And I love it because the 20-year-old has only had one job where he's been a dishwasher. So when I accuse him of, I used to pull the dishes out, they were greasy. And I'm like, bruh, there's grease on the dishes. If it's slipping in my fingers when I take it out of the cupboard, you didn't clean it. Okay? And he's always the first one to let me know we're out of dishwasher detergent. When our dishwasher couldn't wash a pot and pan, it is a mini dishwasher. I can't even believe it has 2 freaking levels. It is like, I had a bigger dishwasher in our RV when I was a kid. Okay?
Yeah. Our dishwasher is pretty crazy. I won't lie. That's a crazy dishwasher.
It's meant for somebody who is meant to live alone without their children. Anyways.
Yes. Me.
Anyways.
No.
Fucking. Oh my goodness. So I kind of lost my shit. And I was really, really angry. More angry than I probably would have been. Probably because I'm dealing with hormones, okay? But then I'm also pissy because I'm dealing with this bullshit that I'm keeping my mouth shut about, which isn't even worth bringing up. It's not even worth, like, and then I lost my cool with that one today. It said something, and it's just deflect, dismiss, and defend. Just deflect, dismiss, and defend. That's all he does. So I was just like, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. I'll just cite it when, you know.
One day you'll all know.
I just can't with it. So
I just can't.
Yeah, and by the way, Chad, just so everybody knows this, the thing with my ex-husband is he only lies to me. And he only cares about, like, this is only a problem when he's doing something much bigger that he doesn't want me to know. And the joke is so funny because, like, see, this is what exes mean. I don't care what he's doing. Like, it's not my problem. Not my issue. I mean, the way I look at this, basically, look, I've been married for 24 years and I even got an ex since then. And all I know is the world, wherever they all are going to be, they're somebody else's problem now because they sure the fuck are not mine. Ugh. Anyways. So, this all leads me to a point where IG handles it and came up with just a stellar fucking punishment. I loved it. So both boys obviously love to play video games, right? And he goes, well, if they're going to clean the kitchen like they're 10 years old, then shouldn't they be restricted to E for everyone gaming? Oh, yes, they should. Yes, they should. That is the best fucking punishment. I mean, props to you, IG. I wish I would have thought about that one when you were 13.
Wish you would have thought about that one too, because I would have at least been playing some Mario.
Yeah, no, I grounded IG for 3 months off of video games. After I put a dish through the door.
Yeah, that one was, I mean, that incident I felt was like,
it's okay. That incident was unfair. We've talked about it since then. I'm not perfect. No parent is. I jumped the gun. The second
incident I feel like was very fair, but the dishes incident I did not feel.
Yes, I lost my cool with you. It was totally unfair.
I was so sad. because I was like, I communicated properly like she told me to, and yet here I am.
And then what you should have done is continue that proper communication to remind me you did it. 'Cause apparently I was distracted. And I don't want to, look, I hate to be deflect, dismiss, and blame somebody else. But if I'm not mistaken, I was dealing with a whole lot of shit. From things not being done that said that they were going to be done, from who's supposed to be my partner. And this is what I realized. My ex-husband's cousin said this to me once. He goes, you say you've been married for 24 years. But no, you haven't. Because he was never there to help with the kids. Logan played 6 seasons of baseball. He came to 2 games. When he was supposed to be home all the time. That's the whole reason we moved to Alabama. Everything has been, if it makes my ex-husband uncomfortable, then it's just not going to get done and he'll avoid it. Because he's got avoidance problems. I seem to be attracted to people who love to avoid their problems. And they just want to blame me. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm not innocent in this, you guys. You know, by now, anybody that's been watching my streams knows that I'm not sitting over here being like, well, I'm just so perfect and they did all this shit to me. No. I carry my own weight in the fucking...
No.
I don't say that. Your opinion is your opinion, but do I ever say that? Do I ever blame them 100% for all my problems? I mean, if I was really going to blame somebody for my problems, it'd probably be my father. God only knows how deep that runs.
No, it'd be Mark Zuckerberg.
I do hate Facebook.
That guy seems like that guy feels like a very good person to blame for all of your problems.
Fucking Mark Zuckerberg.
He feels like a fucking Mark Zuckerberg.
I love Game Grumps. I love it. But no, so then I'm like, okay, here's the other thing. Okay, like I am going to admit that through all of my trauma from the time I was little going on, when I hit a trauma phase, I quit drinking and everything for almost 10 years because I was working through and I was doing good and our family was really solid, I thought at the time, right? This is when I was growing without anybody though. So everything is fine. But, so when I'm in a trauma response, I do have an addictive personality, meaning that I'm going to seek out something that makes me feel better. Okay. What makes me feel better now when I'm inflicted is Daisy. A drive in Daisy. I can just drive around the block. I can go out in Daisy and I can drive around the block and I just get a little bit of wind, a little bit of sun, and a little bit of
happiness.
Yep. And I immediately just like, okay. I can do this. It's okay. It's like my new drug of choice, I guess. I mean, that's just, if I'm going to be real with it, that's kind of what it is. Now, before she broke down for 6 weeks, I would have even labeled my relationship with Daisy as codependent. I could not be happy without being able to get and drive Daisy. Then she broke down for 6 weeks and I had to work through some more of my shit. So I'm capable of being happy without Daisy. But when I'm pissed, well then, Daisy's my feel good. So gotta go take a ride in Daisy. You know, but also Daisy's not working. Like she's got some like little kinks being that needed. I got to talk to the mechanic who's out sick. But I'm thinking that there's something that has, because she's 2002, she shakes. So after everything's been put together, one would stand to reason that enough bumps and jumps and whatever, and the roads around here are awful. Okay. They're going to loosen things that have just been put back together, and something's tapping. It scares me. And I don't like it. And I want it to stop. But I have to wait for the mechanic because it's nothing I can see. This is why I was talking about yesterday having to, you know, like I have to learn mechanics, okay? So she's got a few little
learn mechanics is kind of that's
I know. It's gonna be rough. But so anyways, but now it's like I'm not gonna drive Daisy if I don't have a purpose. So no more just jumping in Daisy and going for a ride down to the beach because I want to make sure and finish getting her checked out first. Like, I told IG today, I was like, what do I have to do? Buy another vehicle just so that I only drive Daisy when I want to, like, because I'm scared. I can't, like, I don't want anything to happen to her. Anyways. I don't think it's that deep, bro. I think maybe there's a little bit of codependency left and I can't live without Daisy. If we're going to be real. But anyhow, so we went up and Laredo Taco down here has some kick-ass frozen margaritas, and I was like, I just want to go and freaking, you know, get a margarita. And then we saw a happy Jeep on the way. It was so cool. It was so neat. I love it. That's the other thing. So I'm gonna, again, real, raw, and uncensored here. Let's be real about me, okay? So on the real, I love attention. So I used to keep my hair, for how many years now? It's been over 10 years, 14 years, I think. 14 years, my hair has always been blonde, red, and blue. Yeah, 14 years. It's been blonde, almost like it's been very, I do, instead of pink and blue, like light blue and pink, although it does fade into that, it is straight up like red wine, and half the side is red wine from the bottom down, and then half the side is blue. Well, I gave it up when I came to the ocean because salt water is hell on those kind of colors. Like, I mean, I'll never be able to keep up with it. So I've just gone back to my I'll say natural blonde. And by that, I mean, comes out of the box and gets rid of my gray hairs, which I was going to do today to make myself feel good and realize that I have let my hair grow out so far and so natural that it's going to take 2 boxes if I want to dye it blonde. Whatever. Anyways. I don't know where I was going with this now. God only knows.
I really don't either.
Yeah, I was just bitching. I just said I was going to vent and bitch and complain, and I am. I can't remember what it was. It was something, but I just get so distracted with Daisy. I love her. That is so sad. Imagine. Oh, so while we wait, so we left, so I was waiting. Okay, there. So I was waiting, and then we decided to go for a drive because I needed to pick up some things. Like, you know, the caffeine we're missing, and then these margaritas and my other needs and whatever. So anyways, we go up to Dollar General and stop in there first. And I come out and there's these 2 women standing in front of Daisy pointing. And I'm not going to lie to you, chat. Like, I came out the door and typically, like, the Jeep community is so fucking cool, okay? But I come out the door and I'm like, who the fuck these bitches stand in front of my Jeep? What's going on? Like, I was ready to be like, is there something I can help you with in the most, like, whatever. Like, because I'm just bitchy today, okay? I'm sorry.
So bad.
And so this woman is like, is this your Jeep? At which point then I'm like already switching and I'm like, yes, ma'am. And then she's like, the ducks in the window, which I just managed to get so that they're not flying all over so I can have them where they're supposed to be. Because before, like, they would try to fly out the window like IG's glasses. So I found
these streams?
So I found a way to get my ducks in a row. And
that's not a funny joke.
Stop it. I've been so bitchy and in bitchy mode so long that laughing like that hurts my breath.
Good. That's what you get for freaking bringing up my glasses falling out the window and bringing up the Best Buy parking lot and.
I didn't say anything about Best Buy.
Yeah, but you know you were thinking it.
Wow. Anyways, she asks me if there's some sort of competition like HEB has when they're selling cookies.
Yeah, that got me. I'm not gonna lie. The competition part is what got me. I was all like, yes, it's definitely a competition to see who can have more.
So then I explained Jeep ducking to her and I give her the 411 on Jeep ducking. And I'm like, actually, it is a term of endearment and to spread kindness among the Jeep community. Other fellow Jeep owners will put ducks on other Jeep vehicles and whatever. To which, bless her heart, she looks at me. She's like, I have a Jeep. It's not a real Jeep, though.
That also got me, too. Like, the fact that she knew.
Yeah, because here's the truth. Okay, and this is where I was going with this. I used to dye my hair. I love to have attention, right? But now I've bought this kick-ass vehicle that is so great that even like other Jeep owners are like, everybody loves Daisy. Everybody's got, like, we very rarely go out without getting, Daisy gets more compliments than I do, okay? And I'm fine with that. I can share the spotlight because she belongs to me, okay?
She can't.
No, she doesn't like it. It's all hers. She's like Christine, chat. Like, you guys, I had P convinced that he had to ask her to release the seatbelt in order for her to do it. Because she's been at the coast. She came from Hawaii. She was delivered up to Seguin, and then I bought her, and now she's come down here to the Gulf Coast. And so she's got some wear and tear that comes with saltwater living, the salty life, all right? So, anyways, though, sometimes the seatbelts don't always, like, sometimes she doesn't want to keep me safe. I know that. I know the passenger side doesn't seem to have problems, but the back passenger side
tries to kill Andromeda.
but the back passenger side will stick sometimes. So when the kids put their seatbelt on in the back, sometimes they can't get out. I'm going to fix it. It's on my list. This is why I got to become a mechanic. I mean, mechanics has nothing to do with installing seatbelts, but still.
It's
really just a bolt. It's really just a bolt and $14, I think.
Actually?
Yes, it is. She's a Lego.
That's so fucking
Bro,
funny.
if you go out and you pop the Lego piece off, all that's holding the seatbelt in place is a giant bolt.
That might be hilarious.
But that's not the problem. Okay, but that's not the problem. Okay. The problem is, that's not the broken part. The broken part is also just bolted on. But it's the clasp. So it's a little bit more like, because her seats will all come out. We can literally take everything out of Daisy and make her a shell, like in a second. She's a Lego. So, anyways. The only one that doesn't clasp and hold is the driver's seat. And quite frankly, you know what? I've lived enough of this life. If she lets go of me when I roll the Jeep and I'm dead, at least I died doing what I love. Driving Daisy, okay? As long as the kids' seatbelts are working, that's fine with me. And I know that the back one's not going to let anybody go. But I did convince Parker that one day. I was like, you didn't ask her nicely. You need to ask her nicely to release you or she won't. And then he looked at me and gave me a look like, you're so stupid. And then he's like, Daisy, will you please let me go? And then it snapped and just let him go. And he looked at me and he was like, oh my God. And I was like, told you, gotta treat her nice. Gotta treat her nice. Know how to treat the lady. Because, you know, but I think she does it sometimes just to fuck with us. Like, she really does. She is very much.
She doesn't fuck with me.
No, she doesn't fuck with you. But she has, like, from her radio to her seatbelts to, I mean, literally even, she was trying to tell me she was sick. But the things that was going on with her had no reason to indicate what actually went wrong. Okay, just for the record. But she was trying to tell me she didn't feel good. And I wasn't listening. And so, like, she's weird. Yeah, no, oh, God. But seriously, though, like, well, it's not that I wasn't listening. It's that I don't speak her language yet. I'm getting there. I mean, it's so different to drive her. But anyways, so my point in all of this is going to be that she gets so much attention that I don't have to dye my hair anymore. Because everybody loves Daisy. And as long as I'm driving Daisy, it doesn't matter what my hair looks like. It's Jeep blown, but it's Daisy who's the center of attention. And I'm okay with that because she belongs to me. So, I mean, we very rarely go out and don't get oh my God, cool Jeep, or what year is your Jeep, or, you know, whatever. So when this woman is standing outside and she's apparently, I'm guessing it was her daughter she was talking to. But she's like, I have a Jeep, but it's not a real Jeep. I just kind of was like, oh, because we've talked about this. So I've joined this, I've joined this community and I haven't learned everything there is to learn about it yet, but there are prejudices, okay? Like, we have to be real. Jeep owners wave at other Jeep owners, but they don't wave on any other cars on the street. And there's even a meme out there that's like that moment when you wave and you realize you accidentally waved at a Bronco. Like, nobody wants to do that shit. You know, so the other thing is that Jeeps like Daisy which is a Wrangler, okay? And like if your roof doesn't come off and you can't turn her into a Lego, we don't consider them real Jeeps. They're not the ones joining Jeep clubs.
Bad.
They're not the ones that are not, like, I still haven't been accepted. I think I'm too new. I tried to join Jeep Addictions here, but the problem is that I don't know enough yet. Like, these are hardcore Jeep people. You don't get into their club right away. So it's okay. I'm going to learn. I'm going to be better.
I'm just working on it.
I'm working on it. Yeah. I'll get there. I'm going to be part of that elite club eventually. It's either that or they may be prejudiced because she's so old, but I don't think so, because usually that gets you into these things. Like, you know, like, they're not just all about like the upper class, like,
you don't get
brand new ones. You don't have to do $75,000. You don't need to buy the $75,000 mojito that's out right now, you know?
Uh-oh. Did we lose internet?
No.
Hello?
Yeah? You're here and I'm dropping 0 frame. Can you hear me?
What? Did I just lose her? Hello?
He can't hear me.
Chat still here? You're back now. What? You like got DC'd or something?
But I didn't because I didn't even lose a single frame.
It'll be really funny if I'm just talking to chat, like fucking like confused where you went. Did you get unplugged maybe?
No, I was talking to chat too.
Huh.
It was Daisy.
She knew.
She's out there right now running over the internet cord without any of us looking.
Vroom vroom.
Hey, we feel this. So anyhow, but yeah, so I don't like to like make it a big point and be like, it's not a real Jeep, but privately. And you know, when I'm driving Daisy, I'm gonna be real. I don't think I wave at those Jeeps either. I'm not sure I would recognize them though. I'm really bad with cars. The only reason why I recognize like the Wranglers and the Rubicons and whatever is because of the grill, you know? Now, if you tell me that all Jeeps have that grill, even if they're not like my Jeep, well then I might have a whole new thing I need to do. And I have things to learn. I don't know what to say. But it's like this elite little club. And I didn't know I was joining it when I bought the Jeep. So when it first started, like I didn't know anything about it. But anyways, I told her the history of Jeep ducking. I was like, it's not a competition. I was like, it's something that Jeep owners do among each other. And it was started in Canada because they are spreading kindness and whatever. Imagine being part of an elite club that spreads kindness only among their own kind. I don't know what I've done. This sounds really bad, actually, when it comes out of my mouth.
Wait, did you join a cult?
Maybe. I mean, that's par for the course. People like me that grew up like I did, they kind of tend to do that kind of thing. I mean, I was always at a higher risk of, you know, ending up in a cult. Yeah, could be. But it was so cute how she was like, it's not a real Jeep. And I felt so bad for her that I went and looked for her non-real Jeep to see if it was in the parking lot because I was going to duck her even though it's against my rules.
No.
Yeah.
I think I found it at the end, but too late.
Oh, or you didn't think I should do it silently and you just decided to keep it to yourself because you're like, they don't deserve a duck. They're not a real Jeep. Imagine.
Oh no. Am I Jeepsist?
Oh, we're definitely Broncosist. Did I explain that meme to you, by the way, the other day? I know I ended up telling...
Broncosist?
Yeah. Did I don't know if because I posted the meme and I thought it was so funny, and then a whole day later realized what it really was.
No, I don't think you explained the second verse to me.
Okay, so you know how it had that one with that where it said the history of Jeep?
Yeah.
Okay, and it showed Jeeps in the military because that's actually where that's where they were first became so big. And they were like medical vehicles and all of that stuff. And like Jeep has been always like, you know, whatever. And then underneath it, it had the picture of the Bronco.
Yes.
Do you know what Bronco that was?
No.
O.J. Simpson's. When he took it on a run.
No.
Yes, that's what it was. And I didn't. And it says history of Jeep and shows the Jeep helping the military and everything. It says history of Bronco and it shows O.J. Simpson running from the cops after he got caught and was going to be put on trial for murdering his wife.
Oh no.
The infamous white Bronco police chase is what the picture was depicting. And I didn't realize it until I posted the meme because I was laughing. But then I realized what it was. It was like, oh, fuck.
Bronco and Jeeps. Oh, God. Oh, no.
Yeah.
That might be so bad.
That might be so bad. I mean, I think it just attributes to the fact that eventually I'll be a part of cancel culture. I mean, it's inevitable.
Cancel culture will get you one day. It gets us all, let's be honest.
Oh, so, okay. Feeling better now after a margarita. I'm not going to lie, chat. I do like it. And we took Daisy up and we got the margarita and we met other Jeeps on the road and I waved at all of them. There's a really, in our area, because we do, even though we live, like where we live is technically like, okay, yeah, like the city name is not where we live. We live in a different area and it's hard to explain because San Antonio does this. So anybody that's been in San Antonio that knows, you have like Live Oak, for example, or Hollywood Park. There's still San Antonio addresses, but they have like little division. Well, we live in something that is considered, it's the Bluff. So, but anyways, so this area, it's smaller. Okay, and it's like in between two bridges. And so, I mean, it's a really actually small community overall when there's not tourism going on and whatever. So you can like, I'll see. So this is the second time I had seen that one Jeep, that one orange one. That one I believe is a 1997 TJ. If I had to bet. And listen to me. Listen to me. This is where I've come. I used to not know the difference between a Nissan and an Audi.
Bruh, that how you've grown, Andromeda.
Yeah, only in the Jeep culture though. Because beep beep, I'm a Jeep.
Said beep beep,
Oh.
I'm a Jeep.
Yeah, and older ones. I mean, I just love them. I just love them. The newer ones, like we saw that one. I was totally judgmental. It was a burnt orange Jeep truck. I think they're ugly. But now I wonder, do the Jeep trucks do their roofs come off? And actually, I'm gonna go out even further. And I'm going to say they brought back what they call the mojito. You should tell Parker to quiet down because he's coming through the stream.
Parker, quiet down, and Mom's streaming and she doesn't want to hear you.
I mean, I don't mind hearing him, but he hates being on the internet. Okay, yeah, I don't want to hear him either. Anyways, so the mojito that has come out though, like, and because I think I have to look it up here real quick. Because they've got the newest mojito, and they said they were bringing it back, but it is a lime green 4-door Jeep. Jeep mojito.
Oh God, lime green.
Yeah, the mojito. Here, let me show you this IG. I'm just gonna. Oh, I can. You know what I can do? I can pop it up here I can pop it up on the stream. Actually, imagine I can do things like this. It'll take me a hot second, but I can do it. Sure. Oh, we're gonna go right to Jeep's website. Oh, this is unhealthy for me. Get me the fuck out of here. Too bad. I'm already here. To just stream the whole screen. Okay, I got it. It's taking a minute because apparently there we go. Okay. There. Okay. So I don't know if you're watching the stream, IG, so you'll be able to see it, but we'll just go ahead and add an image.
Pull it up real quick.
And I'll create a new one and we'll call it Jeeps. And we'll browse here. I'll show you the Jeep mojito.
All right.
What the hell?
I'll be able to see it on the actual Twitch.
I just saved
Yeah,
it and it's not showing. Why? Let me go back in here and find it. Oh. Because it's, what is the, is it, oh, it saved it wrong. Son of a biscuit. Okay, let me go back. I'll do it again. Different one. That's sad that I'm taking so long at this. But anyways, this is one of their newest ones. Now, let's see, 2025 JeepWrangler. Find it easily. Okay. I'll pop it up on the screen. Okay. There you go. This is the Jeep Mojito.
What the?
Yeah.
Why does it look like that?
I don't know, but I'm really interested in the back roll bar. Like, what is going on there? I'm not sure. Is that their idea of trying to give a trunk? Like, or is this going to be a third row seating? Like, what's happening here? I mean, I didn't click on it, but I actually think that the green is kind of, it's kind of ugly. I mean, I don't want to judge it. Everybody to each their own. Jeeps are meant to be an expression. So, you know, but yeah, weird, right?
Pretty bad expression.
Yeah, so now if I turn around though, and I go in and I look up the new 2025, let's see if we can find it. Oh no, the new Jurassic one is the Mojito. Bruh, no way. Bruh, hold on, we're gonna change it.
Oh, well, if it's lime green for that reason.
Hold on.
It's still bad.
Yeah, but look at this. Save. Let me save it. And I believe if I just re-click this and save it and replace it, it'll pop up on the stream. Yep. There it is. It's in the movie. Well, now I don't have to worry about wanting the one that's in the movie. No.
Right?
If you were going to see me want the one that's in the movie, it is definitely going to be this one. This would be what I would do. And now let's just take a minute, because when I put this one up, we'll understand why I might be Jeepsist, okay? Here you go. Look at that. Now that's a pretty Jeep. Oh my God, I could literally make Daisy look exactly like this. Except
that's actually sick, bro. That's such a crazy. That's sick. Is that one like? Wait, is that one not like an actual?
I think this one is the one from actually the second movie. No, I think this is actually the one from
another margarita.
Let me look, if you can, if I didn't drink them all already. Let's see.
No way. I'll be right back.
Jeep introduces new Jurassic Park packages. This is from Jeep. So it is not the same one as like, so let's go Jurassic Park original Jeep. Oh my God. You guys, this is my Jeep. What year is this? Seriously. Oh, no, my windows aren't down that far. This is more the safari style. That person made theirs like that. Hold on, I'm looking, guys. So we'll look at it. We'll just pull it up. I mean, everybody's seen this. We'll go and we'll save it. This is way more my style of Jeep. My doors are taller. But this is more the style of my Jeep. Also, she's got bigger tires because, I mean, I like them big. I cannot lie.
Well, all right. Let's not flex our tire size. Some people might be insecure about that.
Yeah, I think she's only got 40. She could do 42.
I kind of want to watch Jurassic.
Actually, we can watch it right now on Peacock. So I'm down for that after stream if you are. I fell asleep watching it the other day. I love this movie. Like, this movie's amazing. But yeah, no, I could totally. I could totally easily fucking I just made a picture on the stream that says Jeeps. So anytime I want to show a Jeep, I mean, wait, let's see. Let me see. Hold on. Let's do this. Browse. Do I have any? Where would I have them?
Do you have any pictures of Daisy?
Yeah, that's a question, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you'd think it'd be that easy, but
If you don't have a picture of Daisy, what are you doing with your life?
Well, I do. I just don't know if I have them. I keep them private to myself. Oh, that's for Siren stories. The fair story. Fun. Okay. Let me look here because I have, maybe it's under PNG's photographs. It's not there. Projects, photographs, maybe. Can I not easily pull a photo of Daisy? Are you kidding me? This is horrible. I don't have an easy to pull freaking photo.
You know what?
Daisy.
You're not a true Jeep fan. Honestly, I'm gonna ban you from your own stream because.
Well, it's because it's not in all my brand drives.
There's no excuses. There's no excuses. You're banned.
Wait. Let me go. Wait. Don't give up on me yet.
Oh,
hold on. Oh, I have her name. I have her name. I have her name. This is gonna be how she's printed on it. If anybody cares, look. This is gonna be her name. Do you even see it? No. Nope.
No, not yet.
It's not letting. Oh my God, this thing is huge. But that's because I have to have it printed for her. Hold on. Super huge file. I'm trying. I can't even get to the middle of it yet. Hold on. Dear God, we still haven't gotten to the middle of it. This is insane. But it has to be really, really big to. There it comes. It's coming in. It's coming in. Oh no, I fucked it up. There we go. This is gonna be. I finally got, because I feel like she's like a ship out of water. This is gonna be her name. This is gonna be how it's written on her side. Just like that.
Jesus Christ, that's so big.
I know, it's huge. Yeah, it's huge. That's gonna be the art that goes on for her name. This is what I created for her name. So, yeah, no, though I don't have an easily accessible, which is crazy because it used to be my fucking desktop. That's insane that I don't even have one to show. I mean, you can see her all over Facebook and everything. I mean, chat, she's beautiful. I mean,
You can see her all over Only Trucks.
Dear God, is that a thing?
$5 to subscribe.
You know, that might be a thing that
$10 for tire cam.
Tired. Imagine.
Imagine.
$50 to see her guts. Yikes. I couldn't pimp Daisy. Dear God, I won't even use her to drive Uber orders.
The furry for animals, what would it be for cars?
Are we allowed to talk about that on a stream?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Twitch allows everything. That's why I stream here, because...
Except for bitch in the title.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, no, don't do that. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. We've already been streaming for an hour, actually.
Damn.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else I want to do, though.
Like anything other than streaming, or like, wait, I don't understand what you mean.
Like, I mean, I can't think of a reason to leave stream, but I don't know that I have anything else to say.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to a concert. I'm going to a concert,
Oh, yeah,
chat.
you talked about.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We looked and we made sure. And I'm going to Union Underground on Sunday. I'm super excited about it. It's going to be a big part for me because the fact that I'm able to do these things now just makes me feel like, I don't know, like, I think that having trauma leads, like, and especially everything I've been through, the worst thing that I've had, Jeebus Parker, really?
Parker, calm it down.
Tell him that chat loves to hear him.
You know, chat can hear you, right? Oh, okay, he don't care.
Well, that's new. Look at how much confidence you've given him.
Never mind. He just clicked. Never mind.
Anyways, though, no, I feel like just like trying to overcome all of this, you know, like some days I get really frustrated because it's like I it's diagnosed with a mental illness. And are you good?
So sorry. Yeah, I just had to sip down the wrong tube. My bad. I'm very sorry to interrupt.
It's okay.
Sound like you were about to drop some deep lore there.
Well, I was just gonna say,
interrupted. My bad.
PTSD is not gonna probably ever go away. I probably actually, even though I was just diagnosed with it in the last 2 years, I probably had it my whole life. For my childhood trauma and everything I've been through, I probably had it my whole life. The thing is that I had learned how to live with it until like it got so dark. One of the things that bothers me is like the core thing I needed was like just truth and honesty, and the fact that the people who surrounded me, that's all I needed. I didn't care if the truth was something I wasn't gonna like. That did not matter to me nearly as much as just being told the truth. And instead, the people closest to me were like, maybe they were trying to protect me, or maybe they didn't know how to communicate, or maybe they were just idiots. But either way, they would like the lying. I can't handle that. That's what set me off today. I can't handle it. See, I watched my father lie his whole life, and I can't imagine having to keep that shit straight. And I know that I share too much, and I'm an oversharer, and I give people too much information. My grandfather has told me that. Yeah, I know, I get it. But here's the deal, is that I'd rather be authentic and truthful than have to, like, I didn't want anybody to lie to me. Like, and then especially when then confronted with a lie and it's very obvious it's a lie, to deny it, it's such a slap in the face to me. Like, it's so disrespectful. And I hate that word too. My father was huge on respect. My father-in-law is huge on respect, but neither one of them knew what the fucking name of the word was. Respecting somebody is, you know, I don't know, being real. And the fact that I trusted, and that's the one thing that I think with Xavier that really hit, is he's the last one I would have expected. Like, it wasn't that big of a surprise with Nightstar. It's never that big of a surprise when my ex had lied to me, my ex-husband. Like, it's just not a surprise. But when I realized that I was being lied to so significantly by Xavier and that he was playing things the way he was, not telling me the truth. And I think a lot of it boiled down in the end to miscommunication, but you have to be willing to communicate in order to not have miscommunication. That and narcissism, I mean, it's pretty obvious. Like, I keep wanting to deny it. Just so everybody's clear. I go off on these rants, I clear my brain, right? But in the back of my mind, I don't want to believe that he's that person. I want to believe he's the person I thought he was for 17 years. Like, it's so mind-fucking to think that I was wrong the whole time. And honestly, I had to have been, because his wife was telling me about it all along. When she and I were friends, I should have been able to put more together. I should have. But the truth is I believed him and trusted his actions more than I ever trusted hers. He was my friend first. But on the real, he's got really bad communication, a very low emotional intellect, and has no balls. No balls. Because I can't tell you how many times he was so worried about a reaction that he might choose not to say something to me, where just saying something to me could have been a civilized adult conversation turned into just lies and falsities or not speaking at all. Like, I don't know. This is why I like Jeeps. See? Yep. This is why I like Jeeps.
That's why I like Jeeps.
I mean, she might take all my money and I might feel indebted to her, but at least I know what I'm getting. Everybody knows if you buy a Jeep, you're gonna... I mean, because even if it's not because it's breaking down, just to be clear, Chad, I don't want to give them a bad name like that. They're a great fucking machine. It's just, you're going to want to do everything for them because you're going to love them so much that you're going to give them anything. It is a totally different experience. Totally different experience.
Jeeps will suck your soul because you love them so much.
Yeah.
All right, Dodge, where's my money?
But at least when they suck your soul, you know what you're getting. And they're not going to change on the drop of a dime. They are what they are. One fun fact about Jeeps, though, that I didn't know until I was told by my mechanic is they're one of the only vehicles that actually will depreciate slower than any other vehicle. And then, as they are cared for and if they are maintained, because they are done in the models that they're like Legos. It's just like Lego sets. Go and try to buy the original Harry Potter Lego set right now and tell me how much that shit is fucking costing. When it was $100 in the store and seemed like too much, it's fucking $15,000 on eBay now. You know, Jeeps be the same way. Jeeps be the same way. I can't wait to make a video series where we're popping pieces of her off and changing it. Now here's the deal. Yellow's not my favorite color. I don't know what, but it's what attracted me to her. And I do love it. And there's certain things about her I can't change. I found out that I can literally create my own dashboard and send it to a Jeep company. Yeah, no. I can create my own dashboard and design it and send it to a company that makes Jeep parts for different years. And they will literally remake her speedometer and her odometer and everything. Like the whole inside, you know, that part that's damaged because the guy that had her before, the arcing that came through the dash. Yeah, no, I can artistically create a whole new dash in that area, and they will put it on the plastic that is meant for her Jeep, like the way that it's supposed to fit in as a part. Yeah, she's a Lego. I mean, and look at these ones that they're coming out with where you can literally turn it into a camper. Welcome to Andromeda's Auto Show, where she talks about these. She talks.
Show.
Oh, that doesn't work. Anyways.
Fear mongering.
I can't believe it's that commercial. It still bothers me. I love O'Reilly. I love the people at O'Reilly. I really had fun at O'Reilly. I have more fun now. I used to walk into like gaming stores and feel the way now. I have gone back. Oh, there we go. Let's just get started. So I go out. This is where we were going. Jesus, I fucking finally remembered it 45 minutes later.
Makes sense.
We're on our way after talking to Duck Lady, and we're on our way to go pick up our margaritas, right? And did you drink? Did you drink the rest of them, by the way?
I'd never do that.
Okay, it's a good boy. I'm just glad that there was just a little bit left for me.
There's
Anyhow. Okay, that's fine. We only got a half gallon.
Like literally the metric cup.
Well, that's okay. It's good. That's great. That's as long as I get
a metric half a cup. There's some left. That's all that matters, okay? Stop pressing me for the details.
You did not leave the last sip of milk in the container, did you?
No. It's at least 3 sips.
All right, that's all that matters to me. Anyhow.
Okay.
So, as we're as we're driving, I got two different people that, I think it was our neighbors. Our neighbors' passes, I really do think it was them that honked at me.
Too.
Yeah, I think so too.
I didn't see, and I don't have any way to base this claim on. But
they don't drive.
So too.
They don't drive a Jeep. They drive a truck. They drive a white truck. I now, since I came home, realized it's a Ford, so I'll pay attention more. But it was a white truck that honked at us. So, I mean, some people honk at me because I'm just really amazing. Or Daisy
No one's
is.
ever done that.
They have too. Or it's Daisy, but we don't need to.
Yeah, it's definitely Daisy.
Wow. I think I'm. You know what? Life may find a way. Is yours gonna make it?
Okay, finish your story because I got the tangent to go on next.
Oh shit. Okay, so anyways, though, I turn around and I look down at myself and I'm in a pink tank top with pink pants on that are I guess they're not yoga pants. That's what they're called. I got pink yoga pants on that have hearts on them. My fingernails are pink. My toenails are pink. My sandals are pink. And I'm driving my yellow fucking Daisy. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm midlife crisis Barbie. Like, I literally am driving my Barbie Jeep in my Barbie world.
In a Barbie world.
Oh, yeah, that song gets real dark. Keep singing those lyrics and see what you think about them as an adult.
No, that's the only ones I know.
Wrapped in plastic. It's
plastic,
fantastic. You can brush my hair. You can brush
me or something.
Yeah, no, it's you can brush my hair, undress me anywhere.
Yeah, that's it. And then there were the 8-year-olds who fucking sang that song on stage.
I did ballet. It's a ballet.
Just that
Style
really
dance.
made the pedos happy.
Well, yikes! You took this in a dark way. What's your rant? Go on it.
Jeff Goldblum is not as good as acting as everyone believes he is. He just says the most obvious thing. He's Captain Obvious, but he says it in the most profound way. You'll never believe it. like he says things and it just makes you feel like you're being
I know.
blessed.
It's like
say, oh yeah, the sky, it's blue, and you'll be like, yes, I didn't know that.
So what led IG to his little rant right now, chat, is that I'm a huge Law and Order fan. I do not like to rewatch movies or TV. I'm not a big TV person. I hate screens overall, unless they're gaming screens. Okay, so fun fact. I'll tell this story. So, that's sad because it was in such a good point of our marriage when we started really changing. But I was laying in bed with my husband and I was like, "You always watch this," and I had just gotten off the internet because I was on my computer, probably Facebooking. But he's always been a big TV person. So I went and crawling in bed with him, and I'm like, "You always watch the dumbest shit." And he's like, I don't know. This one, you might like this one, you know? And typically, I had seen at that point, I was familiar with things like NCIS and whatever. Anyways, he was watching Law and Order SVU. And so at the time, in the era of when this particular episode aired, it was, whipped straight from the headlines is what their big advertisement was. They backed off of that shit real quick when people stopped wanting them to tell their stories. And they started, this is fictional.
Lawsuits are convincing.
Word. So, oh my God, it makes me laugh about what Logan said on the way home. It's so funny. Anyways, about restraining orders. I just put them against myself. I'm going to put them against myself so I'm not an idiot. Anyways, no, but, so I'm watching this episode. And if anybody, spoiler alert, guys, if you watch SVU, all right? If you've never seen the episode titled 911, there's some deep lore that goes to this episode because even in the most recent season, it plays a role. So I don't want to drop the most recent season because I doubt anybody, but we're talking years and years ago. So he's watching episode 911. And this is this episode where this little girl from Honduras has been taken by a pedophile and is locked in a basement and manages to steal his phone and manages to get on the phone and call 911 and ends up talking to the police detective, which is Olivia Benson in the show. And all I remember about that is like, oh God, I can't even recite it, but it's like where she teaches her the alphabet in Honduras and stuff and whatever. But anyways, so this little girl is in the they're trying to find her. They can't find her. And because the guy is like a big time pedophile, he has all these things on his phone where he's like, so when they try to trace the call, it's pinging from all these different places and seeming like she's moving. And for a while, the squad is even like, this isn't even a real girl. They're fucking with you, you know? And Olivia's like, no way. This is a real girl. This is a real girl, you know? And so thing is that as it goes on, okay, the guy finds out that the little girl's on the phone. And I'm like, there's no way that TV is gonna kill a little girl on TV, is what I say to my husband as I'm laying there. And he goes, this is Law and Order. This is true story. Like, you never know what's gonna happen. And now I'm engrossed. And I'm like, no way. So I'm not gonna spoil how it ends. It's a great episode, but I was hooked. Yep, I was hooked. So there is now, what? Are we on season 2? I think they're coming up on season 27. That's crazy. So they're coming up on season 27. But to this day, every night when I go to sleep, I usually watch Law and Order. But with my most recent healing, it's hitting me a little bit differently, which is odd. And so I love organized crime, but there's not enough of those for me to rewatch them because I get bored, but I also need something when I go to sleep. So I was like, well, what's this Law and Order Criminal Intent all about? So I literally think I've seen 4 episodes and I'm on season 10. It just works the same. It must be that track you're talking about, IG, that they run the same track. So it's just that, I could just sleep through this, you know? I'm not even worried, you know? But anyways.
Okay. Yeah, you continue, and then I got another gripe to go on.
So anyways, in season 8 or 9, Jeff Goldblum joins the fucking cast. And I was like, what? Mind blown. No fucking way. Which gets the kids and I into this whole fucking conversation about Jeff Goldblum because BK's like, I think I know that guy. And I was like, well, you fucking should. You know, and I talk about Jurassic Park and whatever. And then I like am going off on different ones. And I was like, well, have you seen Independence Day and whatever? Which I didn't actually realize. Like, I did not remember he was in that, but I was looking up, like trying to tell BK all the things that Jeff Goldblum has been in. And I find Independence Day, and then I'm like, have you seen Independence Day? And he's like, no. So we watch Independence Day. So IG is absolutely right. It doesn't matter if it's Criminal Intent, Independence Day, or Mother Truckin' Jurassic Park. The way Ian Malcolm is the same person as, I don't even know what Jeff Goldblum's character's name is in Criminal Intent, okay? I also don't even know what his name is in Independence Day. But the point is, I believe it should just always say Jeff Goldblum as himself. Because his character doesn't change. But what were you going to say?
I was going to then say that Law and Order, fucking as a show, bro, Law and Order as a show in the 2000s era has 3 of the same tracks that they play. You have intro, you have suspense, and you have reveal. Those 3 tracks get played over and over and over again from, I think, like, I'm going to guess from 2000 to 2010. And then I guess they hired a new composer because that's when It's About stops. But they play the same shit. Like, it's like almost a formulaic episode. Like,
so I'm going off.
Itself might have the craziest twists, the craziest turns. You've never seen it coming. But the music, it never changes.
Oh my God, I'm not even captioning today's stream, by the way. Sorry. Chat, I'm not even trying to caption this because I can already tell you that at the rate we're going, this one's not getting captions because it's going to take too long. We're just going to straight upload it, all right? Straight upload. But no, what's funny about that though is IG walks into the room and I'm watching it half-heartedly as I'm being really fucking cranky as the days I've had. And he turns around and he's like, oh, it's the reveal track. And I'm like, you don't even know what they're fucking doing, and neither do I. All of a sudden they open the door and they reveal. And I'm like, bruh, what the fuck?
It's just what happened.
You know, IG, you could get a job at Alamo Drafthouse too.
Wait, could I?
Yeah.
Doing what?
Literally,
I'd have to work somewhere. I'd have to work somewhere either doing movies or video games.
Well, yeah, and they literally put on their prerequisite for fucking being hired that cinephiles are fucking welcome. Meaning that people who know movies and know things, and I mean, just think about it. You get to watch all the movies. You could be anywhere, but you get to watch all the movies for free. You get to see them all, and you be great at it. Your experience in photography now and cinematography and the way that you look at it and how you, I mean, don't get me wrong. As long as you don't run your mouth constantly and ruin the movies for people. Because you do that for all of us now, apparently. I mean, I love you to death, but... I mean, bro, you look at it and you, like, literally pick apart. What was it when we were watching Doctor Strange? I was having a great time, but... It was the newest Doctor Strange. We were right before we left Night Stars.
The newest Doctor Strange. Don't even get me started on it, bro.
I got you started.
Marvel. New Marvel sucks, bro, and I'm gonna be honest. And like, I feel like this is like, oh yeah, we know New Marvel sucks. It's not as good, but like, Endgame was such the perfect, like crescendo to such a great storyline that they just should have stopped. Because ever since then, they've just shat on everything. And the only good Marvel movie I have seen since Endgame is Wolverine and Deadpool. Deadpool and Wolverine, I use the other way around. That is the only good one I have actually gone out and seen. Every other movie just feels so messy. Like there's nothing going on. And
so
it
feels like DC Universe?
I wouldn't say it feels like DC Universe. DC Universe is on a whole nother level of fucking their shit up. At least with Marvel, you knew they could reach peak. DCEU has changed their universe like 7 different times, and the only way they could salvage anything is if at the end of it all, they're all like, oh yeah, we're setting up the multiverse. That's what we were doing the whole time. It would be a lie, but that's the only way they could try to salvage anything.
Yeah, did you see the new
DCEU
Superman coming out?
Makes the most
like, get DCEU please make something that's not Batman or Superman related, please. Please.
Hot take, Zack Snyder's not that guy either. I'm gonna be honest. That might be a hot take. I might get a lot of hate on the internet for that.
You might get a lot of hate in your home for that.
I'm sorry for that, but it's true.
But what makes you say that? I value your opinion.
Not Zack Snyder's films. I like them, and either it was the studio not corrosing.
Well, here, let me ask you. Let's see. I just want to make sure you're not triggered. What do you think of Christopher Nolan?
Oh, Christopher Nolan's a fucking masterpiece. Christopher Nolan movies are amazing. I'd watch every Christopher Nolan movie. The Christopher Nolan Batmans are some of the best films I've ever watched, and the only one I didn't fully enjoy was the final one, and I give that one like a 7 out of 10. The other two are easy, like 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, there's a lot of his movies we haven't seen.
Is 8.5. Second one is 10 out of 10. And
didn't he do
third one 7 out of 10?
Didn't he do isn't it Interstellar? I've never seen that.
Interstellar. He did, I think it's called Tenet. He does so many good movies. His eye for the composition of his shots just always tell you the story. Like when a director can tell you the story within the composition of his shots rather than having a character.
Okay, you need to stop talking because I thought you were just being nasty about Zack Snyder and movies and stuff, and I had to test you, and now that I tested you, I can't listen to you talk anymore.
No, my God, Christopher Nolan is like the new, he's one of the top directors ever. Like, I love Christopher Nolan.
I wish my last best friend was real.
On the other hand, Zack Snyder, though, I just am not seeing it. Like, when the whole debate with the Snyder Cut and Justice League...
Actually, I can't speak for him, and I'll never talk to him again, but the reason, you know why I brought this up. And all I'm going to say is I think he'd agree with you. So...
All I gotta say about Zack Snyder, though, is that everybody made a big stink about the Snyder Cut and how Justice League was so bad.
It was better, though.
The
Snyder Cut was better, in my opinion.
And it wasn't that... It wasn't.
But it wasn't as
gonna save the DCU.
Oh no, it wasn't gonna save the. No, it wasn't gonna save it. But the damage was already also kind of done in a way. I mean, they took it. No, the Suicide Squad. You want to get me started? Okay? Like, I don't think you could put Harley Quinn. I mean, I've even watched her damn cartoons. Since she debuted in 1991, she has been my thing. I have always been a DC girl. I love DC. I am hardcore DC fan. I didn't even know that fucking Marvel existed until shithead introduced me to it, okay? So, fucking, that's a derogatory thing. I don't need to be like that nasty. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because that's what he acts like. You know what? I'm going to call you what you act, all right? If you're going to be a shithead, I'm going to call you a shithead. So, shithead introduced me to the Marvel. And I immediately was like, I fucking set my bar too low. I fucking, like, literally, like, there is no comparison in the Marvel universe for their movies to the DC universe in movies. Like, I just don't even believe. So I think it was already a losing battle, but I will say this much. Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League was definitely better, because all I felt like I was watching when we watched Justice League when it originally came out was action, blowing up. Like, there is no, like, and you got a deeper insight into things when we got to get the Snyder cut, okay?
I mean,
so,
yeah, that's very true.
You know, and I mean, I don't know. In the end of the day, Steven Spielberg is my favorite person on the face of the planet.
Oh, Steven Spielberg's right too. I love that guy.
Like, I never.
Spielberg did Jaws, right? I just don't
yeah,
want to be like a
and Jurassic Park.
Steven Spielberg. Okay, so obviously Jurassic Park classic, and so is Jaws. But something I never have seen people talk about with Jaws is his perfect portrayal of everyday things being so intimidating. Like, there are so many things that you wouldn't foresee as, like, intimidating, yet Steven Spielberg finds a way.
Yeah, and when you think about the way he made these movies and he directed these movies with limited, we didn't have all the CGI that we have now. You know, like in those classics. Like, Jaws is an animatronic. He was in Universal Orlando. Like, Jaws was an animatronic that I have pictures, because here's a fun story. So, my mom, I loved horror movies. I watched Stephen King when I was really young. I think I was in first grade when it was Halloween season, and she took me up to the local. It wasn't Blockbuster. It was another one of the little movie places, and whatever. So we go up there, and I get to pick a movie. And they were having a deal. So we were going to pick, and they're VHS, okay? We didn't even have DVDs yet, all right? And I picked Jaws, okay? And I come home, and I never got past the opening basic scene where the lady gets killed in the beginning of Jaws when she's swimming in the ocean. We had blue carpeting in my room. I literally treated that shit like lava in the middle of the night. Like, my brain in first grade was like, so scary. It's the only horror movie. I had watched Critters. I had watched Stephen King movies. I've been watching Stephen King since I was, like, I think 4. Like, I swear to God. Like, my mom was a huge horror buff. So, wow, that sounded wrong. But, you know, like, the horror genre of movies, okay? So she was huge on that stuff. And so I bring home Jaws, and I'm all geared up, and I'm gonna, you know, she's off, like, hanging out with Logger and whatever. And I turn around, and I'm like, all right, so I popped this VHS in, and I still remember the big TV, her room exactly as it was laid out. She had tan carpeting, so it wasn't as scary. But I sat there, and he started shaking. I started shaking when his dun 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 dun. I was like so scared that I jumped up and I shut the fucking movie off. So my mom is like, well, we paid money for this movie, and my mom, being true to who my mother was like, you're a big girl. You made your own decisions, first grader. You wanted to watch it. You demanded that you watch this, right? She's like, so we're going to go and we're going to take the movie back, and you're going to tell them that you're too scared to watch it. You know? So we did. Because she was like, you know, we didn't have a lot of money. Renting a movie was a treat. So she's like, you know, so we go back up there, right? And they're like, that's fine. Just go pick out another movie, honey. It's fine, right? Go over there. Come up to the fucking horror section. I'm like, Orca!
Not.
Orca!
No! Why would you do that? Why? You stupid first grader?
Yes, which is exactly what my mother said. She said, if you couldn't handle Jaws, you can't handle Orca. And I think I walked away with Huggies. No, it's not called Huggies. Huggle something. They're these characters that were like Muppets.
Fucking Poppy.
It was by Jim. It was by Jim Henson. Whatever I took home was by Jim Henson. Because she was like, I'm not letting you get that movie. If you couldn't handle Jaws, you can't handle this, you know? Oh my God.
Mom, that's a shark and this is an orca whale. They're totally two different movies.
Thank God she said no, because my love for the ocean comes from going to SeaWorld and seeing the orca whales. You know, do you remember, were you there? You had to have been there. I would have never gone to SeaWorld without you. But do you remember when we went with everybody and we brought Parker? Do you remember that at all? Because
No.
I always wanted to be in the splash zone, right? And this is before the whales that ate the people in Florida. Well, the trainer in Florida. That is really gruesome, actually, and really
I may remember this just because of the splash zone.
But Parker, like, first of all, he wouldn't have liked getting splashed. So your dad took Parker in his stroller, and I think we were there with, I don't remember who we took. I want to say it's the year we went with your two aunties and uncle and cousin. Okay. Who they weren't really, one real auntie, the other one adopted. And you remember, you know who I'm talking about. I don't remember their names in Siren Stories, so I don't want to bring it up. So I don't remember what I named them in Siren Stories. So
I think, I got it.
So anyways, though, Parker screamed bloody murder at the first sight of that whale, to the point where your dad had to take him all the way over. They had to walk all the way back over to the beer gardens. Like Parker was screaming bloody fucking murder at that whale. And you could hear him in the whole arena. You could hear your brother screaming his ass off. And all they had done is introduce the whales, where they turn around, they're like, meat. And it was Shamu. That was, even though they had real names, like at SeaWorld, no matter if you went to SeaWorld Orlando or if you went to SeaWorld San Antonio, it was Shamu, you know? So like, meet Shamu. And then he jumps up onto the platform or whatever and raises his tail like a good little show whatever porpoise, because I guess they are porpoise. Your brother lost his shit. Like, just lost his shit. Starts screaming at the top of his lungs. Your dad had to take him out. We knew something was different about him. We didn't know what yet, so we just kind of attributed it to that. Okay? But on the real, he was just so scared. So we never went to SeaWorld again after that. Never.
Damn. I would not have remembered that.
Yeah, but I took you while I was pregnant with him. And we got to almost, you got to feed the dolphins. You got to go with the, there was that really cool show that they did. It was a comedy, which was with the sea otters and the,
sea otters.
Yeah, sea otters and the walruses. They had a show where the sea otters and the walruses, they watched, and they did all these, they were all whatever.
I remember the walrus.
Yeah. So we loved SeaWorld. And so then we went back and we took him, and we never went again. That was the last year we bought, the seasonal pass to go to SeaWorld, because your brother, who loved water to the point where we had to practically lock him out of it, could not handle SeaWorld. Probably because what was,
makes sense,
it makes sense though.
Very loud.
It was loud, and can you imagine? He didn't understand why there was a giant whale jumping out of the water. It looked like a huge bathtub to him.
He probably didn't even knew it was a whale.
Probably not.
Understand what the fuck a whale was in the grand scheme of things.
All he knew.
That giant thing is moving.
And jumped out of a bathtub. If you think about it.
Yeah, that shit would be scary.
Yeah, no, I loved SeaWorld.
If you think about it.
I know, you got to go the year I went with you. I even got to take you to the Anheuser-Busch, and the Clydesdales were there. Because Anheuser-Busch, I don't know. We had that picture framed forever on our wall, but I don't know where all our pictures are from that. But no, you got to, the ones that are in all the fucking commercials for Budweiser, the Clydesdales. Yeah, no, you got to actually pet them. You were 3.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, you were 3.
That's why I would not have remembered that.
I literally thought our life was going to be over because I was having another child, and I was never going to be able to love you the way I loved you alone. So, because I had trauma. I had problems, and I just believed that I didn't have it. There was no way. I mean, you had taught me how to love again, because I had shut my heart off. After everything I had been through, I was not going to ever let anybody get close to me. And like I say all the time when I talk about when you were born, when they put you, by the way, fun fact chat, since we just talk about stories here, IG was born on my mother's best number. My mom always believed that 3 was her lucky number, and 26 is a magic day. Sorry, I'm going to tell your birthday, IG, but IG was born.
Oh, no!
IG was born on 3/26 of 03, 3 floors down from exactly where his grandmother died, in the same hospital. At 7:26.
Oh, no!
At 7:26 p.m., which 7:26 is my birthday. Yeah, so I know exactly what time you were born and everything because you were born on 3/26/03 at 7:26 p.m. It's so crazy. Grandma was right there with you. This is why I believe in God, chat, because that kind of crazy shit. Like, Minneapolis. You know how many hospitals they could have had my kid in? No, where my mother lost her life and where my world ended, a new life for me began because I still had not allowed myself to truly love anybody, and I could be very manipulative and evil. And then IG was born, and they put him in my arms, and I bawled and bawled because I just couldn't believe how much love I felt for him and how deep it was. Like, I don't think there's anything that can tell you are a parent that really emulates that. Like, until you're holding that child and you know you're going to be responsible for them and they're placed in your arms. And this is where, like, I know I've been misguided a lot of my life, just thinking that, you know, growing you inside of me made me have a different bond with you. But on the real, since I've grown up, I can totally see that, you know, because like I said, when it comes to BK, actually he might get a little bit less because I know where he's come from and everything. But I look at him as just like one of my kids. You know, today is probably the first day he ever been treated exactly like one of my kids would have been treated. Usually he gets it a little lighter. That's the truth. But my love, like, for him is, like, I used to think that, you know, how unfortunate people who had to resort to things like adoption, because that bond, I just didn't believe it could be the same. I no longer believe that. You know, like, your heart is, like, so different when... But for me at the time, I guess it's because I didn't believe, because I had shut down so much because of how much hurt and pain I had gone through in my life. At that time when I had IG, I had been on my own for 5 years. Because I was 20 when I had him. So I had been on my own since I was 15. Having him at 20, it was like the most life-changing experience. And that's what, it's all your fault. Oh my God, it's all your fault! Your first cry didn't even come through. That was hilarious. I heard it from your room. Oh, I'm going to miss that when you move away. But anyhow, long days since we were in the same room. Well, it's not that long because we had to do it here for a while. But long days since we were in the same room streaming. But no, you help. You're the beginning of my healing. And that's not how it's supposed to be. You don't have babies to fix yourself. Okay? Like, but because so much was more expected of me and I didn't want to fail you. And even though I have 1,000 fucking million times over. You know what I haven't failed, and I think you can agree with, is I don't think you have ever spent a minute of your life feeling unloved. Or taken for granted. Or even unappreciated. Maybe misunderstood, because I'm not perfect. But I don't think those other 3 things are anything that you've ever felt as a child. And I guess that whether or not... Oh, I'm going to cry. I didn't want to raise our family in any type of broken home, and I may have stuck in my marriage longer than I should have without realizing everything it was doing to you kids, just trying to create a good, like, thinking I was creating a good, stable, happy, loving household. But I was trying to have control of something that I had no control of. And the truth is, what I did have control of was myself. And I think that despite all of my struggles and my trials, the one thing that has always kept me centered is being a mother. And I think that I have always worked extremely hard to do that to the best of my ability. Maybe I let being a wife interfere with my level of capabilities. But I don't think that I think that all I've ever done since you were born is get better every day. And I had no reason to. Before you were born, I didn't care if I lived or not. There was nothing that mattered. After losing my mom, I was never going to love anything that much again. That losing it could decimate in the way that her death ultimately did. She always said, I can't be your friend because I'm your mom, but she was my number one person. And I was always strong for her when I needed to be. And then when she died, I remember just my dad rocking me because I screamed when they told me, and I was like, no more lullabies, no more lay me down. Now I lay me down to sleep. No more prayers, no more songs. And I just was bawling my eyes out. You know, I was 12 years old and I was just bawling my eyes out on, hey, I need a mod, on like,
Got it.
just, I can't even describe the pain. The irony is that pain that I felt as a child, I have never experienced again until last year. Xavier definitely hurt me more than anything ever has in my life. And I wanted him to own it so I could move past it. But his failure to do so has taught me that I have to learn how to do that anyway. But that's probably why I'll never be able to forgive him, because he could have just talked to me. And he just never said real words because he's not a real person. And who I thought that was my best friend was just an act all along. That's what's fucked me up more than anything in my life. So whatever struggles I have here on out, I'm going to overcome them too. But they're definitely, he put me back in a space and time where I don't have the faith in humanity anymore that I used to, or the trust, or my over optimism. Maybe it's not a bad thing that I don't have those things. But he almost killed me in his process, so. And just ignored it. So on the real, it doesn't really matter. But it's up to me on whether or not I have to push through it. I think that's one of the things I'm having a really hard time, Chad. I'm going to be real, like getting a job. Even though I've always flourished at work when I've had one, I have complex post-traumatic stress disorder. It's a real fucking disability. And because it's so centered around people, it is just incredibly hard to, honestly, I don't think anybody's broken my trust more than Xavier did. Because if I'm going to be real, I had already learned, like, I think that even before I could open my heart, I had already been with your dad for so long that I already knew, like, you know, what to expect in the worst case scenario kind of thing and what he was capable of. But in the 17 years I was friends with Xavier, he never showed me that. So when it all came to realization, and especially what really set me off, I wanted to talk about this tonight, but what really set me off is because I had sent him a message and I had said, you know, like, I understand that I've been unstable, because I was still like internalizing everything and thinking that everything was my fault. And I just really thought that, you know, me getting well might allow, like, I owed his wife an apology. But her reaction to me told me everything I needed to know about the story he was spinning. And it solidified what she said to me when she and I last talked. The things she said to me absolutely solidified to me that he is not who I thought he was. And that everything was a lie. And that I've been blamed for everything. And that I am, all the things he said where he was like, you know, we both made mistakes. It was bullshit to me and not what he's done in real life. And that was mind-blowing to me, because to think you know somebody so deeply and then get to know them on an even deeper level, just to find out that it was so they could get something from you that they wanted. I'm not exactly sure how a person recovers. Like, it would have been different, I guess, if it had been like a short-lived, like, you know, whatever. But it was 17 years of me knowing him and thinking I knew who I was talking to and dealing with. And to realize that for 17 years, it wasn't that. Like, we weren't the kind of friends I thought we were. We were nothing. And I should have known when we went to Alabama and then I didn't hear from him. I never mattered. I've never mattered. I was just a piece of playground equipment, you know? That he was too short to ride until I came back. Sorry. Jesus.
Bruh.
Brandon right now next to me goes,
might be crazy. Damn, imagine dropping that deep lore and then that's what you ended up on, honestly.
That's me. What is that? Well, he's never going to meet the height requirement again, so. I'm sorry. That was great. That was awesome. That was awesome. What are you talking about? That was gold.
It's so crazy.
Here, girl. Well, I'd say it's because he grew up. But we know he didn't. Oh, shit. You know, his wife wouldn't even wear heels because she was self-conscious of being taller than him. I just enjoyed it. Hi, Hottie. I'm okay, Hottie. Hottie. No, he's looking at my screen. Do you teach him to look at your camera? It's like he knows what OBS is, and he's coming over here, and he's sticking his face in, thinking that he's going to be on a camera.
Yeah, no, he does that. He can see, because my camera's faced the other way, so he knows what he looks like now. So when he jumps up, he knows his own reflection, and he can see it in my own, in my camera screen, because I have the camera. So, but now he can't find it. So
yeah, no, he's looking. He's giving me all these kisses. You know what? We've been streaming for a really long time, and we probably need to stop. But I gotta say this, and then I'm gonna just raw download this. Bats are cool. Except for, you want to know what? I went on a show in Austin. Did you know that Austin is like the lead place in Texas for bats? And so they had these signs at the Palmer in Austin that says, please do not feed the bats or disturb the bats, because they like get sanctuary in the fucking parking garage.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they also warn you about rabies.
I was just about to ask that.
No, they're like, bats will spread disease and whatever. Please don't touch and feed the bats, because they literally, like, I guess, and they also won't, they also won't, like they're not trying to do anything. Like, if you notice down here how they try to keep the turns out of, like, say, Snoopy's.
Chill and live, bro.
Yeah, but you know down here, like, when we go to the, like, Snoopy's, they put up those things to try to keep the turns out, but we saw very, very, I wish I had gotten it on camera, but you were there with me, right, when we went there last time? And the family that had been eating behind us left. The minute they left the tables, ascended from the heavens, the fucking seagulls from hell. Like, they were like, they were like, Albert. And people were like, we don't know what to do. We don't know what to do. Because they literally, like, all of a sudden, there's like 20 fucking turns on the table. So it doesn't keep them out, like, indefinitely. But, like, so they don't even do that in Austin, though. Like, down here at this place, they're just like, there's signs posted everywhere to leave these fuckers alone, because I guess they're also endangered, this type of bat or whatever. So they're like, leave them the fuck alone. They just love to, just don't touch them, don't feed them, and just go get in your car and hope to God one of them hasn't crawled through the fucking vent, because they're like rats. No, I don't know. But I was like, bruh. I was like, Batman? Where's Batman? Anyways, no. All right. Siren Squad. It's been a long stream. I don't anticipate hearing a whole lot of people watching it. We're going to do this one without uploading any of the captions, because even though it does well at 2 hours, I just can't. I sit. I can sit and listen to myself for that long. Absolutely.
She just can't sit there to edit that long.
No, I don't have that time. So we're going to just post it up onto YouTube for tomorrow. I tried running it, like we were going to say, the stream from yesterday that posted today at 6 a.m. over on fucking YouTube didn't do shit. So we're not following their rules anymore. We're just going to post this shit raw. As soon as it's done, I'll download it, upload it over onto YouTube. And by the way, though, Siren Squad, like, the ticker just keeps going. We are so close to 15,000. Okay, so here's the deal. I know everybody wants more Gunner. Nobody likes my driving in my Jeep. Don't be... IG explained to me why, and I understand. Okay, I'll do better. I'm learning. But on the flip side of it, you can love other things besides Gunner. You know, like my emotional rants and me talking. I'm looking for people who love my talking, not people who love Gunner.
Oh no, I feel another rant of mine coming on.
Go ahead. Go with it.
So, I doubt you know this person, but his name is Alex Bale, and he is a YouTuber who he went to film school, and he posts his short film on his YouTube channel, right? And he did an amazing ARG experience with his YouTube channel, covering like going into this deep dive of becoming like trying to become a creator on YouTube who gets like
pause your thought. That is amazing. I'm letting you know I'm getting drunk tonight. Go ahead.
Oh my god. Okay. So like he gets so this ARG starts with him posting of SpongeBob theory, right? Like a SpongeBob conspiracy theory, and it blows up, right? And he gets like a bunch of notoriety from it and whatnot, and it dives into this ARG about him feeding this muse, which is a monster that's working to take over, like, you know, all of existence. But the main story of the ARG itself is how you as a creator can lose yourself to popularity in a specific niche. Like, he likes posting his short films and being.
You mean like you did originally when you became a Fortnite streamer? And everybody loved you as you could have, if Fortnite didn't die, you could have been the next ninja. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be like, no, bro, you studied him, you were good at the game. And if you had continued on that and Fortnite had stayed at its place, like, oh my God, you would have been huge. But anyways, this is why I warned you against that.
Yeah, no. And then it's just, but so like this guy took that exact concept and turned it into a horror movie in one of the coolest ways possible. And I just had to talk about that, because you were saying you're talking about like, guys, you don't have to just love Gunner and whatnot. And I was just, it just sparked that, like, that realization of like, you know, that how certain creators just get sucked down that rabbit hole of they want to be popular. They want that, like, they want.
Yeah, you know, that's not really what my shit is supposed to be about either. You know that? Like, that's what I want to be careful, because I want to not bleed the therapy aspects of my creation right now into fucking what I know about being a content creator. And so I'm happy to share Gunner, and I'm happy to do all that shit. The problem is we have 8,000 views over on YouTube with 14 subscribers. You should be averaging. Look, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, which is why everybody needs to share me. And like, if you think it's something you like, you got to share me, because I am literally not going to be everybody's favorite person. I am vulgar. People don't like women that swear. Tough shit. I fucking do. There you go. All right. I once told a guy that sat on my porch, and he was like, you know, swearing is very unbecoming of a woman. I looked right at him and said, fuck you. If you're not feeding me, fucking me, or financing me, you can get the fuck off my porch. I mean,
that's crazy.
Well, sometimes I am. Certifiable now. I think I can actually claim to be. Like, I mean, doesn't going to a psych ward let you say that? Does it?
I mean, I plead the fifth.
Okay. It's okay. I'm totally kind. I'm totally good. I mean, normal's a setting on the dryer. I don't want to be that.
Oh, no. Just
No. You want to know what's crazy though?
What?
Is that before the way that Harley Quinn was depicted in Suicide Squad, the original, I always look at your dad because he dealt with trauma. Now, knowing that he dealt with trauma, a lot of us who are dealing with childhood trauma will look to, you know, like, I bet you people who dealt with trauma in the 30s ended up looking up to June Cleaver in the 50s or whenever she went fucking live with her shit. She was like the perfect housewife and whatever of Leave It to Beaver, right? Well, my era, I looked at Harley Quinn. I've never wanted to claim that I have some sort of fucking grounded sanity, okay? I'm not. I'm a little bit crazy. I think a little bit of crazy is fun.
Just a little bit.
No, you know what makes me crazy? That I won't conform to society's norms. What makes me crazy is I don't give a fuck what other people think about me. The only problem is if you want to create content, you might need to do that. I'm not a politician. I'm Andromeda. You're going to get what you're going to get. And it's going to take me longer to grow because finding the people that don't find me as loud, obnoxious, and just vulgar are going to be hard to find. And that's okay with me. I'm not for everybody. I can deal with that. But I'm not doing this YouTube channel on the basis of trying to make it successful either. And that's what I have to sometimes put myself in check. This is for me, bitches. Like, I can talk to myself. IG doesn't even have to be here, although I appreciate him being here because it makes it easier because I don't look as senile. But I could literally have this same conversation. There's times where I know he's not even paying attention and I'm doing the stream and he's sitting here as a piece set because I don't care.
Hey, if
Here's
I
the
gotta
deal.
be a piece set to make someone happy, I'm cool.
Well, you're not, I mean, being a piece set isn't what makes me happy. What makes me happy is being myself. And I quit doing it for so long.
Helps you make you be yourself. I'm happy.
Well, it's easier. I mean, I guess it is a little, let's be real. I say it's easier to talk to you and think that you're listening and that you're here. But the truth is I could do this with or without you. I talk to myself. I do it. I do it every day. I think you and Power Cane are in Discord. No. I had a whole conversation with you yesterday and I wasn't in Discord. I didn't even have Discord open and I was talking to you. Because remember when I left because I got so pissed off? I should probably text him and tell him I don't hate him and I'm just premenopausal because Power Cane doesn't deserve all this shit from me. But I just... Here's the difference. I get Power Cane some shit one day and he's like, Andromeda, I'm really not in the mood today. And then I'm like, okay, we'll switch gears. Me? You know what? I'm not in the mood. Click. Fucking. I still have issues. I got issues. I'm a spicy spitfire. I can't help it. Look.
Just a little.
But I'm also extremely fun, exciting, and happy, and inspiring, and motivational. But if I'm not, then I'm the extreme of all those things I just said on the other side of things, okay? But that's who I am, and I'm so sick and tired of not being myself. Like, I can't let the internet dictate who I'm gonna be any more than I let Xavier or my fucking ex-husband dictate who the world I'm gonna be, or my ex-in-laws, or just list the people that I have fucking tried to think
She's
are...
a seal.
I'm a what?
It'd make more sense if never mind.
No,
I
you
took
should
too long
explain it to me,
figure out
though.
the animal. You went
Why is this
or,
seal?
or.
Wow.
Yeah, it was,
Okay.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. You know what? Can I get a kick? Honestly, can someone ban me? At my request, please.
You're one of my favorite people. I hope it's not because I
Yeah,
raised
but
you that way. I mean, you give me a lot of
Mm.
feedback a lot of times that makes me think it's not that. So I'm thankful for that. Really glad you learned to stand on your own 2 feet, even when it's a pain in my ass, IG. Proud of you. I'm okay, Gunner. I'm not upset. I'm okay, Gunner. No, they can't even see you right now, so you're just like, oh, you want to go for a ride? Ouch! God damn it! He just poked my eye out. Not literally, but he stuck his nose right in my eye. You want to go for a ride? Logan? Can you... Can you put his harness on? He'd like to go with me when I take Parker for a ride. All right. I'm going to go and take Parker up to the gas station and buy him a soda and have a little talk with him. Because he's kind of had a day. I mean, in the last 2 days, he's had to deal with you twice. And now I don't have to be as parental because you're stepping into that role. But I will be a support. Hey, IG, it's like you're going to have what I never had, parental support. You may have to parent him, but I got your back, Jack. That must be nice. I don't know what that's like.
Gaming.
I mean, until you reach a certain age, you started giving it to me. I raised my children alone, chat. Make no mistake of it. I don't fucking even care. I'm not even trying to be nasty. My husband has been a sperm and financial donor for their children's entire life, and we're just going to be real about it. He never showed up. He can't. And when he tries, look, I've done a really good job of making them not hate him. Yikes. You know what? It's to you, y'all. At this point, we're all human. Y'all decide to like your dad, but judge him for your... All I ask is that because you kids have witnessed so much go on between your father and I, that whatever choices you decide to make are on your own experiences and your own accord alone. That's all I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask that you don't judge him based on how he's treated me, and you don't judge him for my problems with him, because I think that's unfair. But if you judge him for how he's treated you and how he's affected you, well, I will stay the fuck out of your business. That's all I'm going to say about it. All right? But I do... I'm going to go take Parker for a ride, chat. So... Thanks for listening. Right. I'm uploading this without fucking qualms immediately to YouTube. It's going to be downloading while I drive Daisy in the not sunlight because it's down. But we're going to go for a drive, and I'm going to take Parker and Gunner, and I'm going to go because I got to go be a mom still. And I'm going to go tell Parker about some life shit. And we're going to go have a soda. And we're going to do life. Do you need anything from the store? Water. We all need water.
Water.
All right, we'll go get
water and that queso that those bastards were offering.
I'm not driving all the way over there.
Yeah.
Next time we get margaritas, I'll get you queso.
Oh, I love you and a burrito.
I'll also buy you the crap to make burritos this week.
You'll buy me the crap to make burritos?
Yeah.
I love you.
Do you? Is it just because I'm buying you things? Because that makes me feel questionable.
No, I love you because you have the understanding that buying me those things will bring me a certain kind of happiness that I normally wouldn't have on a day-to-day basis. So it's not the actual purchase of the product. It's the understanding of what that product's happiness
You're going to make me cry. Are you serious right now? Well, thanks for recognizing that I do that for everybody all the time. Like, it seems like little things, but making sure that BK has his fucking white monsters in the morning when it costs us $9 a day for the three of us to drink them, or making sure that LP gets his coffee because it's enjoyable to him. That's all stresses on me. Thank you for actually noticing that I think about it enough to, because it might be a small amount of happiness and happiness that we all could live without. We can be happy without it. But on the real, it just brightens people's day. Why do you think I do shit?
Well, I know exactly why you do shit. I just don't always, say the full explanation of me realize. I always realize.
Oh, that's the most beautiful thing you've ever said to me. Aw, I'm gonna miss you. I'm so glad that we'll have Discord when you move out.
Yeah, because, you say I'll move out, but then you're gonna fucking bother me all the time. I didn't. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Bother?
That's a joke.
Bother? Did you say I'm gonna bother you? You'll be so lucky to hope I call on you. I'm just kidding too. Oh God, it took a dark turn. Yeah, it was funny until it wasn't funny and I turned it, right? Like, you got a little like...
No, it was still funny either way.
Okay, Gunner's really getting mad. I gotta go, chat.
Okay.
Thanks for watching for this 2-hour stream. And you guys... That's him telling me I gotta go.
Yeah, you can hear it. Please leave.
Yeah, I know. It makes me look like I'm barking on the stream. I just gotta say it today. I gotta say it today. No, I gotta say it today, though. I'm gonna say, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye, chat.
Bye-bye. Dang, I should say bye.
You gotta let me say stop streaming, Gunner. I can't even get to the screen.